All right, family. We black once again. It's on with the general. Y'all already know what time it is. It's about that fire. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna be talking about why is the moving back to Africa hype overshadowed by the prison complex, overshadowing the prison industrial complex. We're going to talk about that today. You see, looking at some real critical issues instead of this overblown hype that these niggas out here talking about. But anyway, before we get started, I want y'all to get on over there to my Patreon. Y'all already know what it is. General got over 500 exclusive live streams. Pull up, get that work. Also, KingSETI.com, online marketplace, official General SARA SETI DVDs, t-shirts, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry. We got some fire products over there. Check it out, family. Also, we got memberships on both General SETI and SARA SETI YouTube page. So you should most definitely check it out. Get access to exclusive live streams. Also, make sure that you subscribe. Get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends. Comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because you will get banned. We're in the house once again. His own family. Yes, we are talking about why is the moving back to Africa hype? Hype. Because that's all it is hype. Overshadowing the prison industrial complex. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, we out here talking real talk this evening. You see, well, niggas don't want to do that. They want to fabricate information out here. You see, and we're gonna state this again that that's a straw man argument. Just tell the truth, nigga. Y'all niggas still like gospel. You niggas still like white Jesus. You niggas is Masons and shit. You tired of us beating up on your Masonry, beating up on your white Jesus. Half of you nigga got, you understand, you're there with Becky and Billy and all that. And you upset. You see, so you use the straw man argument. You're using a straw man argument about moving back to Africa, and you can't find one nigga in your neighborhood that's actively moving back to Africa. Instead of talking about niggas moving to Angola and Africa, y'all should be talking about why is these niggas moving to Angola in Louisiana, goddamn it, the prison, goddamn it, Angola. That's what you need to be talking about. That's where niggas is moving. So when you tell motherfuckers, don't be moving back to Africa, you should tell these niggas don't be moving to prison. You see what I'm saying? Not Angola, Africa, Angola, Louisiana. That's where niggas is moving. You see what I'm saying? But see, y'all putting all this straw man argument shit up there. I know you don't like me, saying this. You see what I'm saying? Giving and showing the people exactly what the fuck is going on out here. You see what I'm saying? But we're going to continue to, swing this hammer. We're going to continue to swing this hammer and show the people the truth. It ain't about nobody moving back to goddamn Africa. You the few niggas that's moving back to Africa, nigga, charge it to the game. If you went over there, nigga, and you got, charge it to the game. But what we need to be discussing on, because you so busy worried about these immigrants and the goddamn Neanderthal was over here breaking your back before the immigrants even got in here. So that ain't gonna change your position. That ain't gonna change your position, nigga. You see what I'm saying? So but we understand who you niggas is today. You see, we ain't confused. You niggas is mad again. You understand what I'm saying? You're Christian. That's your favorite religion. That's what you is, nigga. You's a Christian. You love to slob and you love to go in there with Reverend Pork Chop. You don't like us saying that. You don't like General SETI saying Reverend Pork Chop. You see what I'm saying? No, sir, they don't like General SETI saying that, but I'm going to say it. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to say it. I'm going to expose, you understand, all of these incompetent motherfuckers in our community that's really fleecing the people, have been fleecing the people, and have just totally, you understand what I'm saying, exacerbated a hell of a problem, even worse than what the fuck it is, by fleecing the people for all their goddamn money. You understand? Crying the blues to Jesus Christ, who ain't never coming back to do nothing for them. That's right. That's what we saying today. You see? And so we must be clear. Why are we here today in this particular video? Because, all the, just worrying about these flip-flop niggas. See, they ain't worried that they have a problem with the Black Power community. They not Black Power, not with Becky and Billy. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. And all you niggas out there that supposedly y'all, you supposed to be, separating yourself from Africa, take down all the symbols. You see what I'm saying? That include the pyramids and all. Too many of y'all niggas saying this, that, but you got all the symbolism of ancient Africa and ancient Egypt up on your goddamn YouTube page and your Facebook page and all your goddamn handles and shit. Got something connected to Africa. You's a hypocrite, nigga. You's a hypocrite. You don't even know what the fuck you believe in. You see, you understand, you just see something you want to be down and you just join the team. You see, and just like the rest of them, you're an internet club. You see, y'all niggas is in the internet club. But what we do is we focus on what really matters. You see, the one thing about the Pan-African community, we broke niggas' backs on all of that. You understand, all that worshiping of their master. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I know you. You know too, nigga. You know some of you niggas still got white Jesus up on the wall. You know you got it up there. You see what I'm saying? You got it up there right now. You go and when you nigga, all you had to do is tell these niggas to envision Jesus in their goddamn mind. They know the white one come up. They know that's the only one that come up. All they pretending like Jesus is goddamn a black, that nigga, that's, you understand, that's not in your subconscious. You catch a nigga, all you had to do is catch the nigga off guard when he ain't think about it. And say, envision Jesus. He know goddamn that pale one come up. That's who he worship. You see, deep down in his subconscious. And so they don't like that. They don't like us talking about that good Jesus. You see, they don't like us talking about Muhammad. And so that's the one thing about the Black Power community. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people want revenge. But they can't get it because truth a motherfucker, ain't it? Truth a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? You can't beat the truth. You can't beat the truth. And so that's what we have. We are showing today that even after, when the immigrants is gone, that the Neanderthal still going, you see them niggas back there, he's still going to be hoarding niggas up just like that. Ain't nothing going to change. You see what I'm saying? So y'all niggas out there, see, I know what you is. Y'all niggas out there like Black MAGA. Yeah, we coming back. Yeah, we own you niggas. I know what you doing. I know who you are. You understand? You out here riding on the MAGA agendas and shit. But that ain't got nothing to do with you, nigga. You just want to show master how you's a good nigga. You see what I'm saying? That's all. You want to show master that you's a good nigga. You see, you gonna bang on, or you gonna bang on it, but you ain't banging on none of them European immigrants. Is they sending European immigrants home? Have anybody seen them send any European immigrants home? No, I ain't seen nothing like that. So yeah, so you a good nigga. You the slave catcher. You the motherfucking house nigga that go around telling on all the slaves. You understand? Yeah, they ain't sending no Europeans home. Yeah, they ain't sending no damn Europeans home. So this is what they is, running around and snitching and calling ICE. They say they calling the police. I ain't never seen such, this is real backwards. You see, backwards behavior coming out of these niggas today. Coming out of these niggas. So what we have to understand, all that's for show. All that back to Africa, ain't nobody going back to Africa. And if they is, that's on them. You see what I'm saying? If you ain't got enough sense, and for everybody out there, it don't make no difference where you going. All you had to do is contact the State Department. God damn, you see what I'm saying? That's all you got to do is contact the State Department and get the download on what the fuck is going on in that country. Yeah. Yeah, you were just in there last. Yeah, that's all you had to do. You understand what I'm saying? And that's all you had to do is contact the State Department. Yeah, yeah, and see what's going on. And if it, they'll let you know if it's some, if something going on in the country, even if you want to buy land, they'll let you know. Because people will, if they having a bad, they having bad situations in any particular country in the world. They record that. They'll tell you, I wouldn't advise you to do that. And if they do, they'll let you know how it should be done. And they'll let you know if you're taking a chance on doing that. That's just all you have to do. Now, if you're silly enough to go over there, and that's anywhere in the world, they'll play on you anywhere in the world. You see what I'm saying? If they see a sucker coming, they're going to get your paper. That's just all it is to it. And so, y'all making a big to-do about really, niggas should be, doing their due diligence and shit. You feel what I'm saying? Which they don't do their due diligence, and they let emotion lead them instead of sound science and knowledge. And then when a nigga play, but they playing on niggas right over here. So they playing, yeah. Say they deported about 3 black. Yeah, well, they ain't deporting no goddamn body. See, they ain't gonna get, they don't want, they need them Arabs. They don't want to be, they ain't gonna, they'll do if it's if it's connected to some radical group, maybe. But they ain't about to just up and go and start deporting Arabs. You understand what I'm saying? Because they need their ass. They don't want them motherfucking have them Arabs up in arms and shit because they need them and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So certain peoples who they know they politically tied to and they need them, they gonna tiptoe with them. You see, they're gonna tiptoe with them. But niggas got to understand that what was, these Neanderthals been jumping in your ass, nigga, before the immigrants even got here and while they was here. And so it ain't got nothing. And when they gone, they most definitely, they gonna zoom in on your ass even more. You see what I'm saying? They ain't never stopped. They ain't never stopped, nigga. The civil rights was shit for us. We the ones went out there, nigga. They got rid of that. They say that shit is gone. They understand they ain't got nothing to do with the immigrants. They trying to wash the damn history up out of the books and all of that. The immigrants ain't got nothing to do with that. You see what I'm saying? So you can if that's what you want to do, go right on here. But I guarantee you, after the last one gone, he gonna still be knee deep in your ass. I can guarantee you that. He ain't gonna show you no goddamn mercy because he got a goddamn agenda for your ass too. They always do. The house nigga, they get it. They be they think, and then as soon as they ass, feel that sting, then they ready to come back to the family and shit and beg, can they get back with the family? We can't let you get back this time. Yeah. You say, well, who that? Somalians? You say Somalians are Arabs? They might as well be. Shit. They might as well be. Shit. For real, for real. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of them motherfuckers over there on the horn, on the horn, you see, yeah, they, close to that, yeah, they might as well. You say you didn't see no Cro-Magnums in Africa? Hell no, they ain't going. They don't want to be there, especially when it's showing up hot out there. They ass will be frying like a goddamn a slice of bacon. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, again, and I'm gonna keep reiterating this over and over and over and over and over. You see, there is, no back to Africa movement in that sense, and I'm not knocking it, but it's not what people, is trying to say that it is. And even if some people, black peoples is moving all across the world now. All you had to do is go on YouTube. They don't say nothing about nobody going nowhere else. You can look up and see motherfuckers is all over the world now. That's what they doing. They becoming a digital, what they call them, nomads, where they just go around the world and just they just making content, just going anywhere. You understand? That's what they doing. They out of here, man. Nobody gonna stay stuck here with you niggas. So yeah, it's a lot of people got that mind state where they ready to get out here and see something other than this. You see this? You ain't missing shit. But see, you some on the block ass niggas ain't gonna never leave the block. You see? Yeah. Ain't gonna never leave the block. Shit, when I was in, but there's certain places that they go, but they had to pick and choose their times and shit. You know what I'm saying? I seen a few in Egypt, but them motherfuckers, boy, they was playing that. They was in the shadows, nigga. They was like vampires and shit. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't out there trying to face that motherfucker sun, because that sun was brutal. You feel what I'm saying? And so they wasn't trying to face that sun. It was looking like their ass was drying up like raisins. You see what I'm saying? But again, the conscious community, Black Power community, they see Africa as Muslims see Mecca. Simple as that. They don't fucking, their intentions is to take trips, and that's what they should do until they feel comfortable with the motherland. You see what I'm saying? Nobody should just dive straight in. You be a goddamn fool. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it's countries over there unstable, but you could take trips and enjoy yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because they know you going home. You ain't committed to shit. You feel what I'm saying? For real, for real. Buy you some clothes and some trinkets and shit and this, that, and that. You could do that. You see what I'm saying? You could do that. You get your hotel and shit, go around, get your trinkets and shit, barter and shit, and enjoy yourself, take your ass home, come back. Come back. You feel what I'm saying? Go home. Come back. Go somewhere else. Enjoy yourself. You don't like it there? Then goddamn it, don't go. That's just as simple as that. There ain't no big deal about that. Shit, man, it's a motherfucking restaurant. You might go to a restaurant. You might not like the fucking food. You see what I'm saying? You might not go back. Simple as that. What's the big fucking deal? You see? And so we got to quit making this like, really, it's a whole lot of people moving back to Africa and shit. And don't tell people to go back to Africa. Motherfucker, people should be doing they due motherfucking diligence. Nobody should just up and motherfucker do your due diligence. Call the motherfucking State Department. You see what I'm saying? All you had to do is contact. And you could go on the website and you could look up there and see the countries that you're going to. They'll let you know what's going on, if the governments is stable. You see what I'm saying? And any type of rackets that's going on in the countries and shit, they'll let you know. And they'll let you know, is it safe for United States citizens to be going to that motherfucking country? You see what I'm saying? A lot of times it don't be safe. And so they got levels of, how they, judge whether it's dangerous to go to that country. And that's how you gauge that. That's the first thing you do when you going to another, is to look and see what type of diseases is rampant, whether you have to take shots to go to the motherfucker, all of that, man. And so that's the first thing you do. You see, and if you did all of that, I can't see people, people, move on emotion. They don't move on logic and shit. You feel what I'm saying? They don't move on logic. They move on emotion. And so if you get God, that's on you. Learn from that. I didn't have no, you leave in one ghetto going to another motherfucking ghetto. That don't make no goddamn sense. I'm not gonna leave one ghetto and move to another goddamn ghetto. You see what I'm saying? You gonna move to Africa, and if you gonna move to Africa, motherfucker, be ready to move big, nigga. If you ain't ready to move big, stay your ass at home. Some of y'all niggas want to go over there and move into some motherfucking communities that they know damn well is, impoverished and shit. I'm not about to move. And you understand? I don't give a fuck how much I love Africa. I'm not about to move in no impoverished fucking area. If I move over there, goddamn it, I'm going straight to where, you understand what I'm saying, is high society, nigga, for real. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just real talk. I'm not about to be in no shit where You know what I'm saying? If you move where people's got a few dollars, then they not so, they not so quick to be judgmental and shit like that, because they got a couple dollars. But if you around a whole lot of motherfuckers and they poor and shit, and you understand, you flexing on their ass and shit like that, they're gonna be ready to stick your ass up, nigga. That's anywhere. That's just anywhere. You feel what I'm saying? They're gonna be ready to stick your motherfucking ass up. So I mean, a lot of things that's happening to people is because they stupid. I'm just gonna be real. You understand? I ain't saying everybody, but some of that shit is stupid. Real fucking talk. You going over there unprepared and shit. You can't go over there unprepared at all. You feel me? You can't be, thinking you had to tiptoe. You see what I'm saying? You had to tiptoe. You might have to go over there, just lay low before you break out and do some shit, and just sit back, and watch. You had to do more watching when you go over to these places, anywhere. Before you get to playing your hand and shit, you just go and watch. Enjoy yourself. Sit back. Watch. Y'all niggas want to go over there and play all your hand and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let them know how much money you got, and you understand what I'm saying, what you're trying to do. Don't tell them shit. Go over there and watch. See the game. You see the game. See what's being played over there. See how motherfuckers moving. Ask questions without really, you understand, how do they do that? Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? You get over there, you trying to acquire information. So you probably had to do that shit for a year or more. You see what I'm saying? A year or more. It might take you 2 years to, really get comfortable with that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you going in, you go in, you come out, you see, and just, peep the game. And then once you spend enough time and you there and you questioning, then you feel more comfortable. That you can make a move that is a good move. Instead of just letting a motherfucker beat you. Because a lot of time that's what it is. That's what it is, and that's across the motherfucking world a lot of time. That ain't just in no Africa, motherfucker. It's across the motherfucking board. If they see a sucker coming, they gonna want to get in your goddamn pockets. That's just all it is. But I don't want nobody to believe that there's some great movement of people moving back to Africa. Yeah, some people moving back to Africa, but on the average, when you're dealing with the whole of the population, is minute. It don't even, you can't even, it's not even on, making a fluctuation on the Richter scale. You feel what I'm saying? Is minute. And so people's is blowing it up because they want to tie the pan, not the part of them going, they want to tie the fact that we jumping on that Jesus. They're jumping on them Freemasons and jumping on that assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. Everybody that we've been whipping on, see that now today, that's who that is. That's all these motherfuckers coming together, and they using the straw man argument to try to attack this goddamn community. But the reality, all you had to do is see. I see the niggas wearing the crosses and shit. They don't like that. They don't like that when you get on that. When you get on Serapis Jesus, they do not like that. You see, when you talk about they reverend and shit, knowing the nigga, you understand, with the annihilator gators and shit. You know what I'm saying? With the goddamn Cadillac, nigga, with the top pulled back. You feel, with the annihilator gators and shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about praise the Lord and pass the plate. You see what I'm saying? In the community over there, community skinny. Everybody that lost their car. Motherfuckers is in a recession, and this motherfucker still riding around in the goddamn in the Lincoln, stinking Lincoln, with the top pulled back and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Riding around with other men's wives in his car and shit. You understand? The little boys and shit, choir boys and shit. It ain't talking about that. Where the majority of black men, the majority of black men going, they ain't moving to no Africa. They not moving to Angola, Africa. They moving to Angola, Louisiana. So if you're gonna tell niggas not to move to somewhere, tell them not to move to Angola, Louisiana. That's what you need to be telling them, because that's where the majority of our brothers is headed. So why is we so focused on a minority situation, which is straw man argument? You see what I'm saying? But we not focused on, because you're going to have to deal with that man, and you don't want to deal. You want to show him how you on his side. You want to show him how you want to fly the flag. So you're going to ignore all the, atrocities that this motherfucker has committed against us. You going to close your eyes and you going to go over here with this straw man argument shit. You see what I'm saying? We need to worry about what the fuck is going wrong with us. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Once you handle that, it'll self-check all this bullshit. It'll self-check. You worried about this, but you understand what I'm saying? We still out here, with hella crime in every fucking city we stay in. And it's us. It ain't the immigrants that doing it. It's us. It's us that's doing it. Motherfuckers ain't saying nothing. What we gonna do about that, family? That's the majority of the problems that we going, and it was going on before they got over here. You see what I'm saying? Yes, some of them come over here and try to get the bag. That's what they supposed to do. That's what motherfuckers do. You say everybody come over here to get the bag. Everybody good, but now today you want to get them, but you don't get on nobody else. They all came over. Look at that. Look at the Rabs. They didn't came over here and got the bag. They got the bag. You see, they got the bag. They been getting the bag on an escalated level. You understand? The Asian that came over here got the bag. You see, on the escalated level. Even the Hindu Indians, they didn't came over here. They got more positions of power and authority than black people. That's right. We talked about that when Kamala Harris was running, and I talked about it. The Brahmins. You see, I brought that up. The Brahmins. Nobody was talking about the Brahmins. I was saying, look at this shit. Do you know how many of Fortune 500 companies that they running? You see what I'm saying? The Brahmins, the elite. You see, I said, look, man, they coming over here with that caste system shit. You see, they over here with the caste system shit. So you got to be prepared for that, because if they in power and they got the control of hiring and firing, you gonna have a problem. If they in that corporation, you gonna have a problem. You gonna have a problem. That's why they didn't got rid of all the, and we don't need it. But at the same time, that's saying that they want it like it used to be. So that was before the immigrant got here. You see, that was before he got here. So you so worried about them, but what's gonna happen after that? What you gonna do after that? They're gonna agree with everything that master say. They're gonna agree with every policy, every position that he take. They're gonna be in agreement. So these are black MAGA niggas. You see, black MAGA niggas. That's all they is. They not going, you know what I'm saying? Whatever Trump say, they going to roll with it. You see what I'm saying? That's what they going to do. And a lot of these, and I'm noticing, like, a lot of these influencers that's in that arena, that's connected, what they never, listen, they can't find something good that a black person have done, not one time. Every show that they do, watch them. Even the Hodge twins, the other guy, they always find something fucked up about black people, and that's their show, and that's their platform. Now, it ain't just that's their platform, and they will not find one good thing to say about a black person, even though it's a lot of good shit out. They won't take one show to focus on something good that black people do. They always go to the lowly niggas and blow that up and make, it's almost like Jerry Springer shit. You see what I'm saying? Go get the lowest of the low, the worst of the worst, and blow that up. Put benzo on it and stretch it and shit. And make people this is all that's going on. But that's the same way that they do us across the world. You know, they take the worst of us over here, nigga pants pulled down, you know, nigga nappy head, nigga, they ain't want even comb his head, lint all in his head, smoking a blunt. You see what I'm saying? You know, and say this is, you know, this represent Black America. Even though there's so many good people doing shit, this become the symbol. And so we all get attached. And these niggas is doing the same thing just by going to get the lowly flip-flop nigga. I don't understand how niggas that's, you know, high frequency would dip that low for so long. You know, you know, sometimes you just got to miss a motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? You see them and you can move in silence and shit to check them. You ain't got just because you ain't talking about them, it don't mean you ain't made a move to checkmate the motherfucker. You can make that move in silence and shit. You see what I'm saying? Ain't damn motherfucker ever played on me because it ain't no way for them to play on me. So there ain't never been no threat to me. You understand what I'm saying? They live where they live in this motherfucker, but they ain't no threat to me. You see? But so somehow people feel that that, you know, they over here exploiting the system. Nigga, you wasn't getting nothing out this system before they got over here. Nigga, you ain't got your reparation. They've been holding off on your reparation, nigga, for the last 200 years, nigga. And what the fuck that got to do with them? Why this man ain't paid up? It ain't got nothing to do with them. Ain't paid you yet. And so you instead of you focusing on him paying up, you worried about a nigga that just got over here 30 years ago, 20, 30 years ago, and this motherfucker been holding out for damn near 200-300 years. What the fuck he got to do with it? And when he gone, he still gonna be holding out on your shit. And he got an agenda for you. So all you niggas got a rude awakening coming. You can fly that motherfucker all you want. You got a rude awakening coming. So you just buckle in, buddy. You see what I'm saying? Buckle on in. But we should be talking to our brothers about, you know, going to these prison systems. Angola, Louisiana. You understand? Worry about that, nigga. How many of our brothers and I guess they got sisters out there too. You see what I'm saying? Let's look at it. Let's look up how many black men and women So you want to focus on something. This is what we need to be focusing on. Let's see. Damn. They saying it damn near 400,000. They saying it damn near 400,000 black men and women in people in federal or state prisons. Damn near half a million people. You got black men damn near almost 380,000. And then you got about 15,000 black women in the prison. Okay. 300 and so that's what we got to focus on. You see, don't move to these federal and state prisons. That's what niggas is moving to. They're not moving to Africa. They moving to the federal prison and state prison, county jail. That's where these niggas is moving to. Let's focus on that. Let's see. How many black, let's see how many. Surprise me. I want to be surprised. Let's see how many, Black Americans have moved back to Africa. Surprise me. Oh shit, man. Y'all niggas is crazy, man. They ain't really got no number. They saying, yeah, little ass numbers and shit. What little data we have, some news sources and local media tracking recent moves estimate that since 2019, about 1,500 Black Americans have relocated to Ghana. 1,500. 1,500. 400,000 niggas in 1,500 moved to Ghana. And that's where most of them gonna go. You understand what I'm saying? Most of them gonna stay primarily, off the West Coast because they, in case they had to get their ass back home, you know what I'm saying? It'd be easier for them to get off the West Coast and come to America than flying all the way from the East Coast. Even though some probably moved there's also a growing flow of African Americans relocating to Kenya. Okay. And so the media coverage describes the numbers as dozens. You see, as dozens. Okay, so it's roughly 4. Okay, so the trend is likely. Listen to this. What the uncertainty implies. Listen to this. Any number you see, 1,500 moves to Ghana since 2019. It says underestimates the true total because many movers aren't counted by survey or media. The trend is likely small relative to the total Black population, roughly 40 plus million people. Even if thousands move, it would be a small fraction because of limited data claims about a mass return. Listen to this. Because of limited data claims about a mass return to Africa by African Americans remain antidotal, not statistically supported. You see, so that's bull. So even AI say it's small. What the fuck is y'all niggas talking about? What the fuck is y'all talking about? But the motherfucking numbers of niggas moving to Angola, down Louisiana, is off the chain. So it's small compared to 40 million. So what the fuck is niggas talking about? Brother Elder, we can't you can't run TV ads over here for another YouTube, brother. What's going on with that? You see what I'm saying? You got to go over there to Brother Elder show. Wait, where's that? You Brother Elder? Who is Brother Elder? Yeah. Yeah, you got to go over to Brother Elder, unless that's you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so just as, yes, yeah, he over there, brother, you got to go over to Brother Elder. Shit. You can't come over here, shit. Go to Brother Elder. So, just getting, just showing the people, man, these niggas yeah. Oh, yeah, you good, family. You good. You good. You good, Chi-Town. You good. Yeah. You good. But anyway, yeah, I see you. I see you, Ray. But anyway, so just to show the family, man, that's just they what they really mad is that Black power will get on their their interracial relationships, their white Jesus. You understand? Because FBA, they're gonna say that the church and shit, that's their foundation. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they do, man. Let's get straight to the. You understand? All these niggas is trying to group back up the Masons and all of that. They try, but you can't beat me, nigga. And you know you can't. I don't know why you think you can. You see what I'm saying? I don't know why you think you can beat me. Y'all niggas cannot beat me all together. I wouldn't give a fuck how many of you niggas it is. You see, because I'm a dynamic nigga when it come to teaching. You see what I'm saying? Dynamic. You understand what I'm saying? I lay, you know, and the shit it's like cement. When I lay that shit down, it ain't coming up, dog. You see what I'm saying? It ain't coming up. I'm gonna lay that shit down, dog. When that shit thick and that shit ain't coming up. And so niggas can preach and they can hoop and they can holler and they can be hype mans and shit on YouTube. That shit don't mean nothing. When the smoke is cleared, nigga, the only is gonna be listen, let's do this shit. Let's do this shit in 5 years. I just tell motherfuckers, let's do it in 5 years and see who still, because that's a good number. That's a good number. 5 years, 7 most definitely. You understand what I'm saying? I done did 7s, and every 7 years it'd be a clearing of niggas. You see what I'm saying? You never see the same niggas again. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so we could do it. We'll see who's still standing. Guaranteed, nigga, I'm gonna be nigga. You understand? G-O-D. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. Our time is coming, but until we understand black power, we ain't gonna have no problem. I mean, we ain't gonna have no, because that's the only thing that's gonna tighten that shit up. Period. I mean, that's just it. You see, ain't nothing else gonna do it. You done did everything else but that, and you scared to do that because you know you fear. You understand what I'm saying? You fear. You know, the heavy hand, and you just got to be prepared to do whatever you got to do. You see, you done been put in field making the necessary moves that need to be made. You see what I'm saying? That's just it. And so all of that, that ain't gonna never change. Now, you niggas been kissing up to this Neanderthal for the last 400 fucking years. You ain't got nowhere yet, nigga, and you still want to try it, and you know what I'm saying? And it ain't got your ass nowhere yet. Ain't got you nowhere. Okay, I'm good. But anyway, family, we coming right back. Do not be confused. There is no going back to Africa. You know, major movement. The people going over there is small compared to the 40 million people that's in black people, 40 to 50 million right here in black America. The people that's going back to Africa, nigga, is so small, it's not even worth the time. You understand? That's hype shit. Just get down to the truth of the matter. You know, you ain't worried about him. You worried about the scholarship over here. That's why they clearing out all them black museums and shit. And if they don't want, believe me, if they don't want the slavery in there, they, you know damn well they don't want the teachings that we've been putting down about Egypt, the old Mech. You know, you think they want that in there? They most definitely don't want that in there. You see what I'm saying? They most definitely, so you got to watch what's going on, because it's some black MAGA niggas posing as members of the conscious community. That's just all it is to it. And niggas gonna have to wake up to that. But anyway, family, we'll be right back. Don't you go nowhere. Support the general. Patreon right there at the top of the chat. Click it. Become a patron. You can, you could become a patron. Also, KingSETI.com. We got something for you over there. Check it out. Make sure you get this video a thumbs up. Subscribe. If you're on here, subscribe. Do not leave the page without subscribing. We need to see powerhouse production, you understand, for Black Power YouTubers. You understand? We need to see a heavy presence. So y'all make sure that we looking good out here. Anyway, I'll be right back. Arm yourself with knowledge. Bang on that wicked ass beast daily. Liberation through African education and confrontation. Boom. Black Power.